Are you discerning the times that you're living in? Do you realize that we are at war with Russia right now? Okay? That nuclear war is heading our way. Okay? That destruction is coming real soon. Again, are you discerning the times that we're living in? All right. Matthew 16, 1 through 4. Matthew 16, 1 through 4. And it reads, the Pharisees also with the Sadducees came and tempting, desiring him that he would show them a sign from heaven. He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowry. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times? A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it but the sign of the prophet Jonas. And he left them and departed. So why did he say that? Okay, because most of you Negroes, you Native Americans and Hispanics, all right, of the seed of Israel, ain't even paying attention, okay, to the signs around you. Okay, what you see before you is US and NATO joining Ukraine over there in Poland. Okay, you joining the war, okay, for World War III. This thing is just done ticked up a notch. Okay, they sending troops over there from the US. They also sending more armored vehicles, and I mean lots of them. Billions of dollars of armaments are going to Ukraine, okay, to fight the war. Okay, so are you discerning the times? Okay, this is just the beginning. Okay, the Lord says that World War III is headed our way. Okay, so I guess let me hit that real quick. Revelations 11 and 14, because we've already been through through two woes already. All right, and the third woe coming quickly. This one's coming quickly, as you can see if you're discerning the times. Revelation 11 and 14, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So they're mounting up right now, okay, for war. All right, and again, are you discerning the times that you're living in? Okay, discerning the times that we're living in. Okay, Yahushua listed Jonas as the only sign. Why did he say that? Because the men of the Lord will be risen up during our time to prophesy again the downfall of the kingdom, okay, that we're in. Okay, that's what it meant. All right, and let me read that scripture, because the prophets have always prophesied against kingdoms. All right, and this would be the sure sign that we will be at the end. And the men of the Lord are on the highways and hedges preaching this word, beginning with the apostles of Great Millstone on down from One West camps. If you're not familiar with them, you need to look online for Great Millstone. All right. Apostle Tahar, Ramlam, and Gabar. Okay. And the men underneath them, the elders. That's who you need to connect with, because they have the true testimony of Yahweh Shai. All right. Okay. They are the true men of the Lord that the Lord is true men of the Lord that Yahweh is dealing with. Okay. So let's go to Jeremiah 28:8. This would be a sure sign for you. That's why Yahweh Shai said that. There will be only a sign of Jonas. Okay. All right. Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and pestilence. And the prophesies were reborn during our time. Okay. They were reincarnated, regenerated spirits. Okay. They are the remnant that's going to rebuild Israel all over again. Just like the Lord preserved the remnant in Noah and his family, he's going to preserve 144,000 and 1/3 of all of Israel for the next for the kingdom of heaven. Okay, so that's what the Lord meant by that. Okay.
Because of this extreme cold weather, we're having a lot of power outages, right? I'm not even really seeing it or hearing about it a lot, but it's power outages happening everywhere. In Atlanta, Washington, Texas, New Hampshire, Ohio, North Carolina. I mean, they happening everywhere. Now, some of these power outages happened before this cold weather even hit. Y'all remember I made a video before talking about that? Y'all go and find that video where power stations were being vandalized. And I talked about this about like 2 weeks ago. Power stations in a number of U.S. states have been threatened or targeted for attacks in recent weeks, prompting American law enforcement to warn citizens a need to secure the power grid. You read that, right? And like I said, this was 2 weeks ago when I talked about this. This was showing how the places that's already been attacked, the power grids, you can see that in the red. And then the yellow is all the places that was threatened to be attacked, or future attacks, if you ask me. Like I said, all this shit is being orchestrated. Showing how the places that's already been attacked, the power grids, you can see that in the red. And then the yellow is all the places that was threatened to be attacked, or future attacks, if you ask me. Like I said, all this shit is being orchestrated. Those of us who have eyes, those of us who can see clearly, those of us who know what the fuck is going on, we know what's going on. I just feel like creating this cold weather just give them a reason to do this shit on a global scale. Like, we know the NWO plan, though. They're going to create situations that's so bad and so chaotic that people are going to be begging for their help. Probably going to line up to go to one of them shelters just to be safe.
Today we've seen wind gusts of more than 40 miles per hour here in North Texas, leading to encore equipment damage and thousands of power outages. Homeowners here.
Western Washington has not seen an ice event like this one in more than a decade. The ice and making the roads a virtual skating rink. It also brought down power lines. More than 13,000 people are in the dark right now, causing damage to power lines out there. Currently, RG&E is reporting just 15,000 customers without power in Monroe County and just under 7,000 in Ontario County. National Grid is also seeing 6,000 outages in Monroe County, while Orleans County has 4,400. A lot going on out there, with nearly 30,000 people without power.
Right now, DTE is reporting around 5,200 customers without power, and Consumers is working to repair outages for close to 8,000 customers.
Man, it's kind of dark around here. The neighborhood has been without power since around 8 o'clock this evening, according to the Ameren, Missouri power outage map. There are 944 customers in all in this neighborhood who are without power.
And all of those are very recent, all within the last 48 hours. Shit, honestly, all within the last 30 hours. 5 electricity stations in Oregon and Washington were attacked just a couple weeks ago. Like, stop playing. Y'all already told us that the law enforcement will have to secure the power grid. What you
Now in a state of emergency, this is exactly what California is bracing for. The brunt of a new winter storm forecasted to be potentially more powerful than the system that triggered daring rescues, widespread flooding, and washed out roads. After spending days underwater, 33 million are under flood watches tonight. Bay Area cities on high alert.
This is an extreme weather event, and we're moving from extreme drought to extreme flood.
With up to 8 inches of rain possible across California and 4 feet of snow with 100-mile-an-hour winds in the mountains, a bomb cyclone connected to a strong atmospheric river will wallop the West. Over the next 7 days, 3 separate atmospheric rivers could drop up to 20 inches of rain. A storm system powerful enough to strand drivers, trigger landslides, and swallow roads again.
Are you discerning the times that you're living in? The Lord is bringing judgment in the earth. This is just a warning to you. All right, so the Lord is bringing forth judgment, and you would notice this. It would be easily seen. Okay, we have the flooding over there in California. We got the Esau, Edom, bringing forth their new world order agendas that are coming forth in the earth, with Klaus Schwab stating that the infrastructure will be greatly affected. All right. Okay. All right. And we got a looming judgment coming of the crashing of the economy, in which they will be bringing in a central bank digital currency, because our currency is done. They stole all the money, and pretty much we're in like 35 trillion debt. So this is going to bring forth great insurrection, and people invading one another for a lack of bread. Okay, so this is the warnings that are going out, and you should be able to discern the times that we're living in. Okay, because the devil, which is the so-called white man, is going to bring forth great wrath. Okay, all right, and that's Revelation 12 and verses 12. Because he knoweth he have a short time. Let's read that. Revelation 12 and 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So they're going to institute draconian laws once they crash the system. Okay. So they're working at breakneck speed to bring this forth. They started in November and on this central bank digital currency. So any day you could go to your ATM, the ATM machine, or go to your bank, try to withdraw money. You may not get none coming out. Okay, so that's what's coming. All right, and that's going to bring about a great tribulation in the earth. Okay, all right. So that's what we're warning you of. I guess we can read about that. Second Idris, chapter 15. All right, and we'll go to 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there should be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able, For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid, because they're going to declare martial law when all this chaos happens, when they crash the economy. Okay, when they crash the economy, there's going to be chaos in the earth. I mean, in America, for sure. Okay, and verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. Okay, so again, are you discerning the times? All these things happening around you. World War III, the attack on the power grid, the inflation out of control. All right, all these things are happening during your lifetime, and the big one is World War III. Okay, it's happening before your eyes. Okay, Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Ephesians 5 and 15 again. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Okay, so we have to discern the times. We got to redeem the times. Okay, in other words, we got to look at the prophecies as they begin to unfold, and then we know what is going to happen next. Okay, all right. Romans 13 and 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. In other words, we need to keep watch, okay, on what's going on in the world, okay? Redeeming, discerning the times, okay? All right. Romans 13 and 11 again. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. All right. And we are to keep track of these prophecies. Okay. All right. Because at the end they shall speak. Habakkuk 2 and 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. It's an appointed time, and that time is now. It's the end. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. We're at the end. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it shall surely come. It will not tarry, and the prophecies are not tarrying right now. Okay. And we go to Second Esdras 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. Okay, so we're supposed to discern the times we're living in. Okay, the prophecies as they're fulfilling. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, right now they're uproars in Peru. Okay, they're uproars in China. Okay, they tearing that country apart. Okay, all right, that lot people fed up with all the lockdowns. Okay, all right. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world has a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So there's that end again. So we're at the end, and these prophecies are fulfilling, and we're supposed to keep watch. We're supposed to discern them and redeem the times. With that I say, all praises to Yahweh, all praises to Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and shalom to the believers, and double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. Shalom.